Are you on a journey to become a certified internal auditor? Well, you've come to the right video. Welcome to Becoming Bossy. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe before we discuss the main topic. In late 2020, I went on a journey to become a certified internal auditor. As of today, I have one exam left, fortunately, but there are very few videos available to describe all the key points and details, and that inspired me to create this video. I'll discuss the advantages and value of the certification, eligibility requirements, exam information, and study materials. Let's go. Number 1, advantages. What is the advantage and value of being a certified internal auditor? One of the primary advantages is gaining knowledge about internal audit and the Institute of Internal Audit's International Professional Practices Framework. Particularly if you are transitioning from public accounting like me or switching from a different role, attaining the CIA designation can help you learn more about your role as an internal auditor and help distinguish internal audit responsibilities and objectives from your previous duties. This is the number one reason why I personally pursued the CIA title. In addition, having the CIA designation can help you advance professionally. Many employers search for professionals who have a professional certification, such as the Certified Internal Auditor designation. While you can certainly advance your career through hard work and merit alone, having these certifications shows that you are an expert in the audit profession, and it makes your resume more attractive. To become a CIA, you have to join the Institute of Internal Auditors. Being a member of a global professional organization is amazing because you can network with your peers, attend chapter events, and get discounts on continuing professional education, CPE, and webinars. At least annually, the Chief Audit Executive of an organization presents the annual audit plan and the internal audit activities key performance metrics to the audit committee and board of directors. One key performance indicator is percentage of internal auditors with a professional audit certification. An internal audit department with a large percentage of auditors with a professional certification shows a high level of knowledge of the IPPF, International Professional Practices Framework, and other audit standards. Finally, I think a major advantage is that your employer will often pay for CIA exams, licensing fees, and IIA membership fees. So maximize those company benefits. Are you eligible to become a CIA? Let's look at the eligibility requirements. This is the Institute of Internal Auditors website, so I'm taking you straight to the source. Note that this is as of October 2021. There are entry requirements and exit requirements you have to fulfill to become a certified internal auditor. Let's discuss the entry requirements. To be approved into the CIA program, candidates must hold a bachelor's degree or higher, hold an active internal audit practitioner designation, or be an active student in their final year of college or at an internal audit education program school. If you are a current student, you'll need to provide an updated transcript, an official transcript, or a letter indicating your enrollment status. You must submit a character reference from a certified internal auditor or a person with these other certifications. You can also just ask your direct supervisor, which is what I did. The character reference should attest to your high moral and professional character, so try to find someone that you have a great working relationship with and who knows you. Next, you must provide proof of identification, such as a valid, official, unexpired passport or a national identification card. Moving on to exit requirements, you must pass all 3 parts of the CIA exam within the eligibility period, which is 3 years as of now in 2021. The good news is that you can start taking exam parts prior to fulfilling your work experience. So let's say that you need 2 years of work experience. You can start in year 1 and become certified at the end of year 2. You can fulfill work experience by working in internal audit, quality assurance, risk management, external audit, internal control. There are multiple options for which department you can work in to fulfill your work experience. There are applicable exemptions as well. So, for example, if you are a CPA like me, then you do not have to submit the education requirements that others might have to. Next is confidentiality. You cannot disclose or share content that was on your CIA exam to anyone except the IIA, which is in accordance with the IIA's Code of Ethics. Candidates must agree to abide by the Code of Ethics, and I highly recommend that you review it because you do not want to be in breach of the Code of Ethics. Upon being certified as a certified internal auditor, you need to complete CPE, or continuing professional education. I've inserted the current hourly CPE requirements for CIAs. The number of required hours depends on if you are a practicing or non-practicing certified internal auditor. The great news is that if you are a newly certified CIA, then you automatically receive 40 CPE hours for the year that you become certified and another 40 hours for the year after you are certified. Depending on which country you reside in, joining the IIA or Institute of Internal Auditors is optional to become a CIA. However, the registration and exam fees for the CIA exam are discounted if you join the IIA, and you can get discounted review materials from the IIA as well. So here's a summary of the IIA requirements that we discussed. What should you know about the CIA exam? Here is a chart showing the CIA exam pass rates from 2017 to 2020. It looks like the pass rate averaged around 42% over those 4 years, which is quite low in comparison to the other IIA-sponsored programs. As someone who passed the first and second CIA exam parts, I can attest that you really need to study hard to pass. Even if you have been in internal audit for years, you need to study for the exam because there may be multiple answers that are correct, but you will need to choose the best answer, and that is why study materials are so vital, which we will discuss later. For fun, I've included the CPA exam pass rates from 2020 as a comparison. Of course, FAR would be the toughest, with about 50% passing in 2020. There are 3 parts of the CIA exam. The first part is Part 1, Essentials of Internal Auditing, which has 125 multiple choice questions, which you will have to answer in 2.5 hours. Part 2, Practice of Internal Auditing, has 100 multiple choice questions, which you'll have to answer in 2 hours. Part 3, Business Knowledge for Internal Auditing, has 100 multiple choice questions, which you'll have to answer in 2 hours, which is similar to Part 2. All parts give you an average of 1.2 minutes per question, so that's about 72 seconds per question. Just a fun fact. Exam scores range from 250 to 750. A passing score is 600 or more, so that would be equivalent to scoring at least 80% or higher. To pass the exam, you need to be proficient in the IIA's International Standards for the Professional Practice of Internal Auditing and IPPF. Almost every question is centered around the IPPF, or International Professional Practices Framework. So it's important that you have a proficient knowledge of the framework and the standards therein. Next, we will talk about study materials for the CIA exam. I use the Wiley CIA review course, but of course, there are many other options. Some factors to consider when choosing a review course are your study preferences. Can you focus alone, or do you need a group environment to help you study? Cost varies based on what you want in a review course. Do you want video and audio lectures, flashcards, focus notes? Costs will also depend on if you bundle exam materials by getting 3 parts at once, or if you purchase review materials individually. If you think you can pass the CIA exam within 2 years, then it may be most cost efficient to bundle, depending on which review course you choose. So there are a lot of things to consider when choosing your study materials. This is a screenshot from crushthecpaexam.com, which is a site that I often perused to learn about the CPA and CIA exams. Here are some choices for CIA review courses, such as Surgeons, Wiley, as I discussed earlier, and the IIA's CIA review. You can get discounts. I recommend that you call customer service for special event discounts and consider purchasing during the holidays for seasonal discounts. When choosing a review course, I knew that I wanted lots of practice questions and I wanted to take a practice exam. Wiley has tons of practice questions in comparison to other options, so I think that it depends on your personal needs and then you can choose accordingly. When taking the exam, there are no penalties for incorrect answers since there is no penalty to your score. Just choose the best answer that aligns with your studies and your understanding. Of course, with all exams, be aware of the absolute words such as always, must, never, if they ask what is true versus what is false, etc. Read the question in its entirety and read all options before choosing the best answer. So we have talked about everything related to becoming a CIA or a Certified Internal Auditor. Enjoy your journey to becoming a CIA as I am. Part 3 is next for me. Which part are you all working on? What are your goals? By what date do you want to be certified? Or by what date do you want to take your next exam? Comment below. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comment section. I will be happy to answer them for you or find out the answer for you. I am continuing with the Pursuit series, so be sure to subscribe and turn on your post notifications for more entertaining and informative videos. As always, stay blessed and stay bossy.